This video is sponsored by Trugo Republic, the precious metals experts. Talk to one of their experts today about diversifying your portfolio to help assure your future financial security. Find their contact information in the description below and pinned in our first comment. James Kaufman, World News Report today. July 19th, 2024. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. The FBI is where crimes and evidence go to die. I think we all know that to be true. We could name so many instances like the Hunter Biden laptop, like, the Russia hoax, like the list goes on and on. Mike Benz is a former State Department official, and he says that the FBI is the mop-up men for crimes that the state commits. They have been now for a century, he says, but most particularly for the last 20 years. Let's hear what he has to say about the FBI.
The FBI is where evidence goes to die. They are the mop-up man for crimes of the state. They have been, for a century now, but particularly in the past 20 years, it's so gross as to basically when they make us, never believe something until the FBI officially denies it. Now, this is a situation where they made a formal determination it was a lone gunman before the night was even over. They already made their conclusion before they started the investigation. Then you have the fact that not a single social media post, now over 100 hours since the event took place, not a single X post, Facebook post, Instagram post, Reddit post. You don't just get the idea to assassinate the President of the United States without having something so extreme that it tilts the entire world on its axis, unless you have some sort of community you're interacting with that is encouraging you, goading you on, or radicalizing you. And my concern is that the FBI, who was at the shooter's house, the killer's house, mind you, this man murdered Corey Compertori, a hero firefighter protecting his daughter. So the murderer and would-be assassin of the President of the United States, this person was obviously following people online, communicating with people online. The FBI was at his house for 4 hours before they disclosed a name. That means they have the IP address. When you have someone's IP address, the router that they're using the internet from, you know everything. You know their search history. You know what they plugged into Google. You know what they bought in their Amazon shopping carts. You know every connection node you could possibly ask for. And the fact that that the entire thing has been locked up, everything shut down on socials, everything now going to be shrouded in the cloak of an ongoing investigation, likely for months now, when we know that the FBI has gotten busted a dozen times in the past decade alone, being ultimately responsible for radicalizing these shooters. We saw this happen with the Whitmer Fednapping / attempted assassination, we were told, where...
Yes, I agree. The FBI is probably involved, and as I told y'all yesterday, I don't think the poor Patsy had much to do with the shooting.
There's a 5-alarm fire about how there was this MAGA group that was going to kidnap and potentially assassinate the Michigan governor. Months go by, it turns out half of them were feds, and the other half were radicalized. They were flown around the country. They were pitched to buy explosives, all by federal agents. You have the case in 2015 where the FBI, the Garland, Texas shooting with ISIS, and it turned out that the FBI, years later, it took 4.5 years after the event for it to come out that the FBI had paid an informant $125,000 to tell him to, quote, tear up Texas and to radicalize the person. My concern here is there is an alley-oop structure here between the FBI and Secret Service, as I suspect we saw with January 6th and the pipe bomb situation, where you have the FBI behind the scenes radicalizing an individual to carry out a terrorist attack that's politically beneficial to DC insiders, And there's some rogue node within Secret Service that is essentially told, okay, just don't be here at this particular site, this particular moment. Turn the cameras off of this thing. If there are cameras, make sure that the data gets corrupted.
I think it goes much deeper than that. I would include the Secret Service with what he's saying.
And something's going to happen. We're not totally sure what it is, but essentially divert your resources to somewhere else. And then the whole agency jumps on the grenade because of the size of the scandal that would blow up in everyone's faces if they for once in their lives had to tell the truth.
Which they never have. Ladies and gentlemen, the FBI needs to be disbanded as soon as possible. Yesterday would have been, well, too late. Obviously, they're up to their eyebrows again in this crap. And anyone looking at the situation knows that this was, well, someone that was radicalized by our government. It's always the point, always a situation. I can't name a single time the FBI has been proactive to stop any type of catastrophe, unless we're talking about, well, going after parents that go to school board meetings, or people that pray in front of abortion clinics, or maybe people of certain faiths like Christians. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole thing has gotten to be, well, more than I can bear. God bless you and yours. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.